thriller, true story. They say every hotel has its secrets. Some have haunted hallways, others have cursed mirrors, but this hotel had something worse. Something no one dared talk about out loud. Room 309. It sat on the far end of the third floor, its door always closed, its number plate scratched, and faded as if it wanted to be forgotten. But secrets, they don't stay buried forever. My name is Daniel Harris, and I'm not a believer in ghosts or curses. At least, I wasn't. I run a small YouTube channel where I explore abandoned places, haunted houses, and supposedly cursed locations. Most of the time, it's just clickbait. A few creaking doors, some broken windows, and a lot of editing later. You have a viral video. But when one of my subscribers dared me to spend a night in room 309, I couldn't resist. The hotel itself was old, built in the early 1900s. The kind of place that still smelled like cigars and damp carpets no matter how much bleach they used. I booked the room casually, expecting the receptionist to hesitate, maybe warn me, maybe even refuse. But instead, she just froze, her eyes darting toward the manager's office. After a long pause, she handed me the key. Her hands trembled. That should have been my first warning. As I climbed the stairs to the third floor, the air grew heavier. The hallway lights flickered, buzzing like angry insects, and the carpet beneath my shoes seemed darker, stained. The other rooms had golden plaques with clear numbers, but room 309's plaque was scratched as if someone had tried to claw the numbers off. My stomach twisted, but I forced a laugh. It was perfect content for my video. I unlocked the door, and immediately a wave of stale air hit me. The smell was strange, like a mix of mildew, burnt wood, and something coppery. The room was smaller than I expected, dimly lit, with wallpaper peeling in long strips. The bed was neatly made, but the sheets looked too white, too clean, as if hiding something beneath them. I set up my camera gear, speaking in my usual upbeat tone. "All right, guys, tonight we're staying in the infamous room 309. Locals say people disappear in here, but we're going to prove once and for all that it's just a story." My voice cracked slightly at the end, betraying the nervous energy creeping into my chest. Hours passed. Nothing happened. I recorded every corner, every shadow, but the footage was boring. By midnight, I was almost disappointed. Almost. That's when I heard it. A knock. 3 slow knocks. From inside the closet. I froze. My laugh came out shaky. "Okay, good one," I muttered, half to myself. But when I opened the closet, it was empty. Just dust and an old hanger swaying back and forth, though I hadn't touched it. I closed the door, but as soon as I turned away, knock, knock, knock. Louder this time. I yanked the door open, empty again. Suddenly, the air grew colder. My breath fogged, and I noticed something I hadn't before. Words scratched into the closet's wood paneling. Over and over again, the same phrase, "Let me out." I stepped back, heart pounding. My camera, still recording, flickered to static. And then, faintly, under the static, I heard a voice. A whisper. "Don't leave me." I dropped the camera, my hands shaking. The voice didn't stop. It came from the closet, from the walls, from everywhere at once. Louder, angrier. I shouted, "Who's there?" And the whisper turned into a scream. The closet door slammed shut by itself, rattling violently as if something inside was trying to claw its way out. The scratches on the panel seemed fresh now, bleeding, the words glowing faintly in the dark. "Let me out, let me out, let me out." The lights in the room burst one by one, plunging everything into strobing darkness. I stumbled toward the door, but no matter how hard I pulled, it wouldn't open. My key didn't work. My phone had no signal. And behind me, I heard footsteps. Slow, deliberate, crossing the creaky floorboards. I turned, and for the first time, I saw it. A figure stood near the bed. Its face was hidden, shrouded in shadow, but its body was twisted, broken, limbs bent at impossible angles. And it spoke, not with one voice, but with many, layered on top of each other. You took my place. I backed into the wall, my voice trembling. What do you want? The figure tilted its head, bones cracking loudly before stepping closer. Someone always stays. Its hand, pale, claw-like, pointed toward the closet. The door creaked open just enough for me to see inside, and my stomach dropped. Inside was a man, or what was left of one. His skin was gray, his eyes sunken, his body pressed into the corner as if he'd been trapped there for decades. His lips moved weakly, and I could barely make out the words, "Don't stay." Before I could react, the closet door slammed shut, and the twisted figure was right in front of me. Its cold hand gripped my arm, burning like ice. My vision blurred, my body heavy, and I realized, whatever happened in this room, I wasn't leaving. The last thing I saw before everything went black was the figure dragging me toward the closet. The words carved into the wood glowing brighter and brighter until they burned into my eyes. Let me out. When I woke up, I was no longer holding the camera. I wasn't even in bed. I was inside the closet, cramped, suffocating, unable to move. My nails scraped desperately at the wood, joining the hundreds of scratches already there. My throat was raw from screaming. No one could hear me. No one would ever find me. And as I realized where I was, I heard the sound of a key turning in the lock. The door creaked open. A new guest was stepping into room 309, and the figure was gone. Because now, I was the figure.